Good afternoon, welcome back to Tea's Veggies. So we're here in the garden today to do the mid-February garden tour. Today is the 15th of February and you'll be seeing this a little later than this. But we're gonna go and get this tour done. So there are new seedlings that were planted out. They were fertilized recently as well. So we'll see what everything looks like. Let's go. I'm starting right here at the far end of the passion fruit plant, and I feel this passion fruit is honestly taking forever to bring on fruit because I've been showing these flowers for the longest while and I don't see fruit. If there is fruit somewhere in there, I probably won't see it until they fall when they get ripe. And as I keep saying, there is a guava tree in there somewhere. Poor tree. But I love the passion fruit, and that one at least produces, and the guava hasn't really done anything for now. And I think by now, after seeing my tours, you know that there are free coconut trees on the property, that being one of them. And then here I have this first little area. Okay, so I have leaf miner damage on these two leaves, but this is a green bean plant. All these are weeds. And then I have a celery right here. Then I have, this might be bell pepper because it seems to be, when I see it like that, it seems to be bell pepper, but here we have a little bit of disease going on. This is another pepper. I have to wait till they start producing really to see what kind of peppers they are. This is a tomato, and you shouldn't let the tomato leaves touch the ground because they get disease. So while I'm here, I'm just gonna take them off, take off the lower leaves. And here we had some carrots coming up here in the back. I have to weed. Keep reminding you, I have to weed. This is a corn, and this is a grass, I think. I had a few more corn, but I don't see them. I guess they were all eaten. And then here should be some melons. These are supposed to be some kind of squash, I suppose. I don't even remember what was planted there. And I'm just basically putting the weeds there as mulch for the banana. And this is a banana tree with the banana bunches. Those take a long time to grow as well. And the tree is kind of leaning here, if you could see it, the weight, so you might have to tie that up a little bit to support it. So as you can see, these are dwarf banana plants, because if you could see, this is almost touching the ground. It's not a tall tree. This is the next coconut, and these here are planting, and this is my special planting that touched my heart because it was growing from an impossible situation, from this dead trunk that's starting to decompose now, by the way, and the plant is just beautiful. After here I put in a pineapple cup from a pineapple that I ate. And then we have the pigeon peas plant that's putting on more flowers. Now, to my understanding, these only bore one time a year, and that's around Christmas time. And I see it having all kind of activity going on, so I guess it wants to be out of the norm. I don't mind. Any extra food that wants to be grown in the garden, that's fine. I have a lemongrass plant here. that I harvested pretty heavily a little while back, but it's come back. Here, this is a new papaya that went in here. Here as well. And then I put in another pineapple top there. Then we come back around this way. And we have these pepper plants. This is a weed. This pepper plant along with this one that were stunted for a while, and now they've really started to grow nicely. There's a basil coming there, which I'm happy about because I pulled up all the other basils that I have that were over there looking really bad. So I'm happy about this. These are weeds. Then I have an eggplant that got eaten recently, but it's coming back, and this one is doing well. It got eaten as well, but it's coming back nicely. I think while I'm here I have to do a harvest in order for these pepper plants to continue focusing energy on the new peppers. I think I might have to take off the bigger ones, so I try to see, like this one is not stiff. I'll try to see the ones that are stiff enough, like this one for example. That one could come off, so I'm going to take off a few of those, and some of the eggplants as well while I'm here. These are some kind of squash or cantaloupe. Listen, I'm very bad with keeping track of what I plant, and I think it's because I like the excitement of seeing them grow and figuring out after what they are. This should be cucumbers along with these. I think these should be Armenian cucumbers. So I think I'm gonna put you somewhere along here so that you could watch me get these peppers and eggplants. So I have many plants in between here, so just step in. So I'm basically looking for the ones that are rather stiff. That means they're more mature. I should be getting them when they're red, but right now I'm just trying to relieve the plant a little bit so that it could focus its energy on all of the smaller fruit. Some nice peppers. So it's mostly the darker green ones. The lighter green ones are not mature. And I'm gonna bring you in so that you can really see what's going on with the plant. So these are what I took off. So I just did like a field test, and as they're stiff, I took these off. So I realized the darker green ones were the ones that were the most ripe. I'm gonna bring you in a little closer to show you exactly what's left on the plants. So right here, I'll just show you what's all is going on. So there are lots of buds coming on, lots of flowers, so they're at different stages. As you can see, all that's going on just right here. And over here as well. So the more you try to like help the plant by getting off the older ones, especially since it's a young plant, it will help it focus its energy on pushing out more flowers and ripening the younger fruit. So that's what's going on there. And here's another basil again, and I'm going to take off these leaves, not on camera but another time. And I'm going to make my way now to the eggplant, because we have quite a few that I want to take off while I'm here. and the trees are leaning from the weight, so I might have to go on the next side, because if you look in there you could see some more below here as well. So I might have to tackle it from two different sides. Okay, so I just thought it was recording while I was picking the eggplants, and I have no idea what happened, but I did get these just now, and I'm gonna show you what else is going on. Let me just stick these two other eggplants while I'm picking the eggplants. And you obviously didn't get to see me pick the others. So here's one. Here it is. And there's one more on this plant right below here. There it is. Those are those beauties. And I think basically that should be everything that I have to get. Let me just take you through. Let me go try to pass in between here. But they disappeared. So this is a sorrel, and I don't know where my other sorrels disappeared. They died, or something plucked them up. Oh wow. So that's the only one I have left. And this is another basil. Oh wow, that's very disappointing. Okay. I had about 5 of them there. And then these are my newly planted seedlings. And if you saw the video, they were, especially this one, it was, all the leaves were about this color. They were very yellow. And now we can see that everything is starting to get green. So I think they really appreciated the little feeding. So these are tomatoes in through here. This is a basil. Another tomato that's not doing too well here. Tomatoes again, and there's a pepper and another pepper. This should be an okra as well. Okra. So these were very young seedlings. We'll see in the next tour how they look. This cucumber is not doing well. And this is the lime tree that I transplanted recently. And then I had another cucumber here. We could see clearly that it lost all of its leaves. So something was chomping on that. And you could see that something was chomping on these cucumbers as well. And this was another cucumber. I have a tomato that I planted here recently. Another cucumber. I guess I didn't see that one over there. This is the eggplant that I just harvested from. I have a celery here that I put in recently. This eggplant as well. A tomato here, a celery. This is a young pepper, I believe. This is a sour plant that's trying to survive. I lost the other one. So something went really wrong in the garden, because I had a whole row of these and they just disappeared. So I figured out after that these were sunflowers that I put in, but they were going all along there, and I don't see any anymore. This is crazy. I have another small pepper here. This is so eaten I can't even figure out. I think there's an eggplant. Another tomato here. Another tomato there. And these are green onions that were there already, but you just couldn't see them because of the basil. And there's one more tomato. This is celery or parsley, I have no idea. I took it from the pot over there. This pineapple has been there for a while. These basils, I left these because I think I could still trim them and get them to look decent. The star fruit tree, putting on a few little fruits, but the fruits, honestly, they don't look normal. You know, they're not growing too. I like this. It's just wasting energy from the plant because it's already eaten by something. I have some rosemary here. One is dying for some reason. Then I have another parsley, celery. I have no idea. I know for sure that these are celery because these are planted from seed and I put the seedlings in here. I had this for a long time and I don't know what it is. Then I have some seedlings here that are just waiting for the next time to transplant, and they will be transplanted then. I have to move these to the front because these don't get water. I forgot them in the back there. Oh wow. If we had more that were alive, they're clearly dead now. I rest them in the back there, hoping that I will remember them. Obviously I didn't. And then I have my other little corner here where I have some onions or green onions. I have no idea. I mostly just use the tops to cook with. This is a Comcitea golden apple that I just transplanted recently to that pot. This rosemary is trying to hold on. I don't know what's going on with it. Then I have carrots in here. I don't know if they grew from the last time, but that's them right there holding on, and a few more carrots in the back. This is an avocado and these leaves are falling off. I just put it in this pot recently and it's time to put on new leaves. So I think I'll just keep a pot in there for a while. This is a curry leaf plant and the gingers are coming up in there. I have some thyme here. And these plants, they have been eaten so many times and they're trying to come back. I basically gave up on them. I wasn't expecting them to come back, but that's great. So they're mostly tomatoes. Then I have some strawberry here that I planted from seed. And I hope they're doing well. They seem so. They're growing. Now let's go down to the last section. So this is a sea grape tree that's not doing anything right now. And here, my dad is trying to make some more beds for me to plant in. He did put in an avocado here. The lemongrass is here. And this other tea bush with one basil that's struggling. And the sweet potato, they're over here. And every time they put on leaves, the leaves get eaten. So I think yesterday I saw leaves on here and all the leaves are gone again. So that's kind of a struggle. Oh, I'm passing a plum tree. So the red plum tree. Up. Here are the plums coming on. Last time we had blossoms and some tiny plums. And there they're starting to put on some size. And they're all over. The yellow plum is starting to lose its leaves, and as the leaves fall, they're basically being mulch for the sweet potato. Let's try to get between here. This is the last coconut tree, and you can clearly see something is digging these out. Chicken or iguanas, I have no idea. And then here I have some carrots planted. They're teeny tiny for now. Sunflowers. There were much more here as well. I don't know who's upset with the sunflowers. And then I have some more carrots all along there. And these are some corn that survived the iguanas. But everywhere that had sweet potatoes had corn and black eyed peas, and all of them were uprooted. by the iguanas. I think I saw some blossoms on the cashew nut, but I think the blossoms were on the other side of the fence. I think they were on the other side of the fence. Can I see any from inside? I don't think so. So I'll go on the outside. Oh yes, look. Here's some blossoms coming on the cashew nut tree. And then the pumpkin tree, there's a few pumpkins. Nothing much to talk about. I don't know if you could even see them because the sun is already starting to set right now. So I don't think you'll be able to see them properly. It wasn't a really long tour. It was just showing what's going on. And there are a few more things going on than the last tour. And by the time we reach to the end of the month tour, I guess some of the plants will be a little bigger and it will have more to show you. So I want to thank you for joining me again for this garden tour mid-February. So that's what's growing here in my garden mid-February. So I'm just going to sign off here, and I want to thank you, those that subscribe to my channel. I want to thank you, my loyal subscribers that keep on coming back and watch my videos, and new people that come and see my videos as well. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. Have a great afternoon. Bye-bye.